waiting for a grand sign.
You know, one of the most beautiful things is really like developing an essence and an aura that one feels good for ourselves to be in, because we all recognize like we are in these bodies and we feel so much. But two, also developing this calmness that's inviting, you know, like people are around you and they can also just feel like, oh wow, like this is a beautiful place to be. Sometimes a lot of us, we like accept that like anxiety or like unearthed nerves or chaos is our default. And we may even identify with being like a frantic person, a person with a crazy mind, but really at the end of the day, we can exercise it, right? Like somebody who's never been in the gym shouldn't say, oh, I'm just somebody who doesn't have muscle. Well, it's like, no, you just haven't been to the gym. You can develop muscle. And the same thing goes with our calm. Now, first, I got this new tea set, absolutely divine. It was my birthday the other day. Went into the tea shop and the lady working there was just on such a beautiful energy. And we were vibing, like she was just dancing in her love for tea. And she was like, yo, I'm gonna hook you up with like a nice little set so you can sip like the emperors do. So I decided to go for the blue because I love blue. I feel like it's royal, you know, it's like king-like, emperor-like. And she's like, yo, the emperors back in the day, literally, if they're just drinking by themselves and nobody else, they would go like this. Oh yeah, you know, that's already calming right there. Yeah. A lot of you who drink tea, and if you don't drink tea, get on board here, the number one chill spot on the internet. We drink tea. Now, if you just throw a tea bag in a cup, pour in water, and then you're just running out the door, you're doing it all wrong. If you're doing loose leaf tea, beautiful, pouring yourself a cup and running out the door, you're still doing it all wrong. Tea is supposed to be like a moment, a exercise, a practice, a ritual of presence, of developing a calm. That's why I like it. I don't like it just because of the flavors. I do love the flavors. I love every single tea and its natural state. I don't even use sugar, none of that. But I love it for the practice that allows me to have every single day, in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, whenever I decide to, sometimes 5 times a day. But it brings me back to my inner calm, my inner chill, and allows me to understand that my presence always has purpose. And this moment is the only moment that happens, because our thoughts are all over the place sometimes, aren't they? We're in the future, worrying, we're in the past, regretting, and we're missing everything in this moment. And then when people tell you, be present, it doesn't work like that, right? It's like if someone says to you, be happy. You just don't get happy. What do? You practice. You practice presence. It's a daily thing. If you want to be so calm in life and just like feel so good in your body that people question if you're even human, like, yo, what's going on with you? You need a daily practice. I recommend one like this. I recommend getting a beautiful set, one that excites you, and you can sit. I'll literally just sit here for like a good 20 minutes, just having my tea with a little journal and then just writing my dreams, writing the things I'm grateful for, writing the things that I want to do in life, right? Letting go of things that no longer serve us, right? Imagine doing that for yourself every single morning. A beautiful practice. No phones put away. Do not disturb, app blockers. The world isn't incoming. The world isn't trying to hijack your attention. You are sitting and enjoying your senses. And even if there's some energy and some emotions within you that are, you know, a little bit rattling, you are able to observe yourself, speak to yourself in a way that elevates yourself, right? So the tea we have for today's video is all about just being so calm that they question if you're even human, because your aura, your essence is different. And all you gotta do is craft it. So we got the treasure green emerald silver tea today. So we're on like an emperor vibe today, you understand? That's the energy this year, emperor. So we have this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful emerald silver green tea. And the thing is, with a nice little tea practice, You want to make sure the aesthetics are beautiful. Look at the spoon. The spoon is divine. The color is the green. We got the green leaves. We got the green cup with the blue. It all goes so well together, right? It's soothing for the eyes. So we're already taking care of one of our senses. Smell it. It feels good. Oh my God, we're taking care of another sense. And then soon we're going to get that taste, right? The way you prepare your tea, you will see it's kind of the same way you prepare yourself. No rushing, no distractions, just presence, appreciation, having gratitude. The way the water meets the leaves, the steam rises, and like, ooh, this truly gets me excited. I always say you have to bring meaning and joy into the little things in life. And then the extravagant things are the icing on the cake, right? But if you can have a practice every single day that actually brings you joy, maybe it's a walk, it's your run, it's your morning tea, I understand. Maybe you like coffee and you do like a nice cold pour over, whatever you, what is it, pour over coffee? A little bit better of a ceremonial vibe, but still, I still recommend you get into tea because I think it's a better culture and it's a little bit more of a vibe in my personal opinion. And the warmth in your hands, oof, that's beyond warm, that's hot. But the warmth in your hand is like also a constant reminder that everything is going to be more than okay, right? This is the foundation of the day we are starting off, setting our focus for the rest of the day, generating a calm so beautiful that when you go into work, people are like, yo, is she even human? Is he even human? It seems like nothing bothers them. Why? Because you have a strong foundation. You understand that life is going to come at you. You understand there's going to be good days, but you don't stress it. And you're going to have gratitude for them because a bad day will come. But even when you're having a bad day, you're not going to stress it too much. You're going to observe it, know that a good day is right around the corner. But even in those bad days, if we want to call them bad, we'll just call them the lesser days. There's something to learn about ourselves, right? Being calm, right? Generating your inner chill. That's what we're going to call it, your inner chill. It's not something you wait for. It is something that you create, that you build, you go on the offense with. I notice anytime if I get into a really rough patch in life and like, let's say anxiety starting to boom, it feels like life is just on the offense against you. Like sometimes it feels like life has a problem with you. It just wants to pick on you all day, every day, all week. And you're just like, yo, give me a break. In those seasons, I quickly will like do everything I can to nurture myself and go on the offense. If I got to put myself into therapy, I'm going into therapy. I'm going to the gym consistently. I'm calling my friends. I'm having more tea. I'm fasting, right? I'm making sure I'm nourishing my body, my mind, and my spirit. Sometimes we're not feeling calm because the things that we are eating don't develop a calm nature. Where was I the other day? Oh, I was getting acupuncture. Oh, beautiful experience. It was my first time. My back right now got crazy marks on it though. And the lady said to me, she's like, you don't just eat food, but food eats you. And when she said that, I was like, wow, that's true. She's like, think about it. When you eat chips all day, every day, and like donuts and all the bad stuff. Now again, 5% of the time you can enjoy yourself. But if you are eating things that you know aren't good for you consistently, you're not just eating it. It is eating you. It is taking your life away. It is robbing you of your own joy, your own life force, your own essence, your own vitality. And this is all about being calm. If you want to be calm, you have to be nourishing yourself. You have to be a great observer and see. In the morning time, when you eat cereal, how do you feel? Oh, your mind's a little bit wired. You struggle to focus. Well, push that sugar away. Maybe you need something with more higher protein. Maybe you don't even like to eat in the morning. You like to fast till noon and you just have some water, some tea. But you're constantly observing. We're constantly observing how we feel. How do we feel around this coworker? You know, I realize there's like people I know, acquaintances, and it doesn't matter how long I've known them in my life. Like it could be 10 years. I still always feel like a little off around them. Like I can be myself. I can whatever. I can talk and everything. But for some reason, just in their presence, I don't feel as calm, you understand? I don't feel as good or like as if you can open up. You know, some people you meet and you just feel like you've known them for eras or lifetimes and you can just open up, have fun, you're laughing, whatever. And then some people you're just like, observe that. Observe the environments that nourish you and observe the environments that seem to take away from you. When I'm in Tokyo and I'm like going through the subway stations and the trains and I'm like going through Shibuya and I'm like going through the crosswalks and there's just people all around me and it's so chaotic, It's extremely calming for me. To me, it's like a river of people, and it's like an orderly chaos that I absolutely love. Like I just like to stand there and have everyone rushing through me. And sometimes I question, like, what is that? Like, what is it about that environment that allows me to feel so good? And how can I place myself in environments where maybe it offers me that same feeling, right? So being calm, we're being great observers. We're observing how we feel and making micro adjustments along the way. If you just like really, after everything that you eat, just take notice. How do I feel? And do I feel more energized, or do I feel like I want to fall asleep and like the food ate me? Have a journal, write it down. Over time, you're going to be crafting your own environment and your own life that you are just effortlessly nourishing yourself, and then noticing that your nerves are always on chill. Now, oh man, that smells good. You know what I like to do is, as I pour up, one thing I'm grateful for. Oop, a little bit of spillage. That's why we have the board. One thing I'm grateful for as I pour up, and I'm grateful for this experience with you today. I'm grateful for you clicking on this video and showing up. And as I take a sip, I like to make like a little prayer, either a prayer for myself or for somebody else. And I pray that in this season, you realize you have all that you need to succeed. That whatever is on your mind and your heart that you want to bring into your life, bring into full fruition, that it happens for you, and that you get activated and you make action your new spiritual practice. This is, oh my God, this is good. Now imagine every day you just sit here. No screens, you got some beautiful music, you got the vinyl playing, right? I've been doing a lot of vinyl shopping lately, and you're just having a moment. You're appreciating the senses. This same practice you can bring with you anywhere you go, so you become more present when you're driving to work. Appreciate the drive, right? Turn on some beautiful music. If you're in traffic, see it as an opportunity. It's an opportunity right now to let my mind not have to think so much and just sit and be. I'm gonna get to where I'm going. You know, I always say like a creative block. Sometimes when we experience creative blocks, we get angry because we're like, oh my God, I'm not creative. Nothing is flowing to me. I'm like, a creative block is just like traffic. All you got to do is chill. You're going to get to your destination at some point, but you're going to make it worse for yourself if you're complaining about the traffic, the creative block, right? If you're in traffic, trying to like cuss out people, trying to find ways out of traffic, but you know you can't go nowhere, you're just working yourself up. And a lot of the times we work ourselves up. I want you to identify that your nature is love, compassion, calm, chill, cool, like that is your default. And then we work ourselves out of that default. Why? Because we're way too much in our mind. We're overworking our mind. So what I like to do is sometimes I like to just sit, turn on some beautiful music, and I literally like picture like a glowing ball around my head. Now I know it sounds a little woo-woo, but whatever. Sometimes woo-woo things work. We have to be playful in life, right? To enter into the kingdom, we must be like children again. I like to picture a colorful ball, like an aura ball around my head where all my thoughts are. And then I just picture moving it down into my gut, right? And I'll literally go like this. And as I'm doing that, I'm just breathing as well through my nose. And you will feel literally like your awareness going from over here all over the place to center. And you can do this anywhere, right? Like even if you're a little bit overwhelmed at an event or work, just tuck off into a corner and just like, and if someone sees you, who cares, right? Who cares? A lot of times we care way too much what people think, that it gives us anxiety. We're always worrying, oh, how are they gonna perceive me? What are they gonna think? Oh, do I look good enough? Oh my God, I look crazy today. I was talking to someone, they're like, oh, I look crazy today. And I was like, if you really think that while you are walking through the city and thousands of people are walking past you, that everybody is just thinking about you and caring about you, and if like one of your hairs is out of place or if your shoes aren't perfect, if you truly think that, you are in an extremely self-absorbed place, and it's time to cultivate an inner chill and realize nobody cares. And even if they do care, it's their problem. They're judging, they're projecting, you understand? When we can develop that inner chill, we can no longer care so much what people think. And how free are you going to feel within yourself? Knowing that you can be yourself, truly be yourself, not worrying about everybody else around you, and start to really love yourself. Being so calm where people think like, man, is that person even human? It's really about loving yourself and having beautiful faith. Having faith in the unknown and unseen, having a spiritual or religious or philosophical umbrella that really helps, and loving yourself, having practices to love yourself, right? Even loving ourselves is a practice. It takes time and it's not linear. Sometimes the love for yourself is going to be way up here and then it may drop because you went through a season where you didn't have boundaries, you didn't show up for yourself, you disappointed yourself. And now you have to exercise and show that love for yourself again. For me, eating healthy and treating my body good, like going to acupuncture, going for a good stretch, going for a swim, going into nature, that is all loving on myself. Going out into the city for the day, and like the other day I treated myself to like a beautiful like nori sushi cuisine, and I had this cool little ice cream, I had some sake, I had tea. I think lunch was like, I treated myself, it was my birthday, but my lunch myself just for me was like $90. And I was like, I'm treating myself today. I'm loving myself today. And I felt beautiful. I felt calm. I felt my inner chill just exuding through my presence. And then I'm just naturally connecting with strangers, having a good time. You understand? That's the beautiful thing about crafting a calm nature, is that you start to invite people to you. So now you become like a hub of energy where people are attracted to you. A lot of the times people just aren't calm. It's because of the mindset, right? Like we truly trick ourselves out of our inner chill. So this is why, again, every day we're trying to speak to ourselves in a way that truly elevates us. Like when you look in the mirror, let's say you're walking in your house, you glance by a mirror. When you look in the mirror, what is your reaction? Do you first notice something you don't like about yourself? Or are you like, damn, you're looking good today? You understand? It's, I love you, right? Observe that. See what your natural reaction is to yourself, and that will tell you a lot about the condition of your current environment. And if your natural environment is to tear yourself apart, hate on something about yourself, it means you are in turmoil, and it will be difficult to, have that calm essence throughout life and just start to appreciate everything a little bit more. But the good thing is we can build that, right? The love for ourselves is built. The way we see ourselves can shift. We can literally rewire our brain to see ourselves in a whole new light. We can become a new creation. If you don't like who you are right now, be like, all right, I'm gonna change. There is a new creation forming within me. And start with the basics. Having that inner chill, you understand, being calm is with the basics, right? We are sleeping good, right? Master the basics. How well are you going to sleep? What are you doing 1 hour before you go to sleep? We all know, turn off the devices, but create a really fun ritual for yourself, one that works for you. Doesn't have to look like anybody else's, but one that works for you, and ease yourself into sleep. And get your 7 hours sleep, your 8 hours sleep, however many you need. Unless you have kids and you understand, like babies are waking up throughout the night, you're gonna have to sacrifice. That's just the role of a parent, but that's not forever either. But master your sleep, master how you wake up, master how much you move your body every day, because we really should be moving our body every single day. You understand? You know what I started to do? I was always very inconsistent with going to the gym, and then I just started to look at it like personal hygiene, no different than taking a shower. Then I just started going every single day. And some days I don't go hard as other days, but some days I'm just like, I'll just hit the treadmill. Other days I'm going hard. But I just show up every day because I see it as personal hygiene. And what do you think that does for your nerves? What do you think that does for your self-belief in yourself? Showing up for yourself and moving your body every day. Maybe you're going for a hike, you're going for a bike ride, whatever it may be. Mastering the basics. If you're focused on everything else, like, hey, I need to build a social media following and I need to do this and all these other things that are like the cherries on top or like another layer on that cake, but your foundation is awful. You're not going to bed right. You're not waking up right. You're not eating right. You understand? You're not breathing right. I don't care if you don't want to meditate, but just, are you breathing at least right? You understand? Learning how to slow that pace up and feeling your breath. If we don't have these basics instilled into our day-to-day, I don't know how we expect anything else. And even if success, well, even when success comes your way and you don't have these basics down, what's going to happen? Success is going to slide right through. It's going to fall right through your fingers because you don't have a foundation to maintain the blessings that you want to come into your life. Being calm is all about knowing how to navigate life. Someone pisses you off, you can observe it. You don't have to react. Nobody has control over your emotions because you are in control, because you observe them. You understand? Nobody can manipulate you. You're wiser than that. You understand? Because you're not afraid to feel your own emotions because you take time for yourself every single day before bed. You're having that 10-minute, 15-minute reflection. Maybe you're grabbing your journal and you're just reflecting on the day. What bothered you? What was beautiful? What do you have gratitude for? And what do you wish to happen tomorrow? And we're always coming back to the present moment. And if you really want to craft presence, get yourself a tea set just like this. And do this twice a day. You understand? Before you go to bed in the morning. Me, I'm like 5 times a day. And you will start to see that the other things you want to happen in life will start to happen. You'll start to craft more financial abundance. You understand? If you want to be a more calm individual in life, craft financial stability. Because everybody knows that's ever struggled with money, that when you do not know if you can pay rent or take care of a bill, what happens? It hijacks your whole being, mind, body, and soul. You are unearthed. Your nerves are rocking. You are worried. You are full of anxiety. And sometimes we have to go through those feelings just to learn, just to allow that pressure to inspire us to make something of ourselves and create stability. But create some financial stability for yourself. Start to save, start to explore maybe a side gig, a side business online. If you need help, if you need to start yourself up and you need like a platform that has all the tools that you need to succeed and do it by yourself like I'm doing right now, check out our sponsor of the day, Squarespace, because they have you covered. Whether you're just starting out or growing and managing brands, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to services or even your time all in one place and all on your own terms. You know, I've been using Squarespace for about 9 years now, and I am impressed by its constant evolution. They are always integrating new features and products to help creators like myself optimize their digital presence. And check out the design intelligence from Squarespace. It's a powerful blend of 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise and cutting-edge AI technology, unlocking your strongest creative potential. Design intelligence helps you build a website that's not only beautiful, but truly personalized to your brand. And one of the best feelings is having an idea, starting a business, and receiving that first deposit. And managing payments has never been simpler with Squarespace. Onboarding is quick and you can start receiving payments in just a few clicks. And if you want to lean into the power of AI, check out Blueprint AI, the latest AI-enhanced website builder from Squarespace. After just a few questions, Blueprint AI crafts a fully custom on-brand website for your business, complete with curated premium quality content matched to your style. So if you are ready to take your online presence to the next level, head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Hinds to save 10% off your first purchase. So now that we're creating more financial stability, let me tell you, I struggled with money for a long time. And even when you start making more money, you know, like Notorious B.I.G. said, more money, more problems. You do craft some more problems, but at least like those baseline problems are taken care of, you know, like at least you're not stressing to pay rent or, you know, I love being able to go for dinner and like just eat whatever I want. That's my luxury in life, is to go to a beautiful restaurant and develop a good experience and just like receive all that is in that moment. I love that. So I work hard to have that. And once I wasn't worried about my basics anymore and I knew like, hey, my bills are paid for the next 2 years or year and a half, there was a little bit more of an inner chill in me, you understand? I was like, cool, because all that energy that goes to worrying about finances, now you can take that energy and apply it into a new project, apply it into your inner chill, apply it into simply just, man, creating more space for yourself. Maybe you don't even use that energy and you are just being, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm going to leave a meditation, a free meditation. Now this meditation was exclusive before. I had it in my last community, but I'm gonna give it away for free because I truly believe that one, healed people heal people, That's what the reminder deck says. My own deck of cards that I designed with 2 of my friends. And the more that we are chill, the more that we are calm, the more that we are healing and having fun with our healing, joyful with our healing, playful with our healing as well, the more we inspire the world, and it's a natural ripple effect. The other day on my birthday, I wasn't feeling that good. I was kind of in like a grumpy mood. And I went out into the city and I went to this tea shop. And again, the lady was just in such a good mood. Her energy was so infectious. Like she just absolutely lifted my mood. And in that moment, I was like, that's what I love. I love having good energy and just like sharing it and like transforming another day and causing that ripple effect. And every single one of us has that ability. And by generating that calm, that cool in life, to the point where people question if you're even human, they're going to be inspired by you. And then you'll be like, hey, like, what is it about you? And then you can share your value, your wisdom, your gifts. Healed people heal people. So I'm going to throw this off. I'm going to put a free meditation also in the description. So you can download that. And this one's a little bit more of a fun one, like quite a bit of like music switch ups in it and stuff. It's about 25-minute. I think it's like a 25-minute meditation, and that's for you. And if you can, tune into that a couple times a week, right? Get into a rhythm of like breathing, right? Get into a rhythm of setting up practices throughout your day where you can invite more of a calm into your life. And just know that in this season, you have all that you need to succeed, right? That we are developing that faith. The back of the card says, don't underestimate yourself. You have everything that you need to succeed. You truly do. You may be like, no, HINDZ, I need this, I need that. No. In this moment, you have everything that you need to succeed, to get to the next step, right? We're only taking one step at a time. Sometimes we overthink and we think of all the steps we have to make. And then we get overwhelmed. Now we get nervous. You have all that you need for this next step, one singular step to succeed. And that's very comforting. And last, you need to create more. You need to, and not even just for social media. I think social media has like rewired a lot of our creativity to be strictly about performance when it's not about that. Creativity is nourishment. Like I truly believe, I have a card right here that says it, that our highest form of nutrition is in our expression. That's me on the card right there. You see me chilling? Yeah. But I believe that self-expression is nourishment for our spirit, just as food and water is for the body. And recognizing that you are a creative being and just creating every single day, at least a few times a week, creating something, even, expressing yourself with an outfit, creating a good meal, creating a painting, some writing, whatever it may be. Maybe you're fooling around and you make a song for fun. You don't even have to share it, but just creating, the act of creating does what? We enter into a flow state that basically invites our mind, our body, and our spirit, our heart, our soul, all into communion, and everything else in the world is blocked. I love that feeling when time doesn't exist, the world doesn't exist, and we're just like deep in a flow state. In those moments, do you feel worried? No. Do you feel anxious? No. Are you worried that you can't pay your bills? No. Are you thinking about who is judging you? No. You are in creation. You are fully in communion. You are expressing yourself. And the more you can express yourself on a daily basis in any single way that you can, the more you're going to develop that inner chill. The more you're going to love yourself, because you're going to look at the things that you create. You're going to look at your expression and be like, that is me. I love that. You're going to put together an outfit, your hairstyle going to be cool, and you're going to look in the mirror and you'll be like, I did that. You're going to make a video maybe, and you're going to post it, and you're going to be like, I did that. That is beautiful. I've learned so much about myself from just making things and then being like, I did that. And developing that confidence, because we're producing evidence, we're creating things. And again, not just for the performance, not for the likes, but we're doing it for the love. You understand? We're doing it because it's actually nourishment for ourselves. Anytime I get into a slum in life, like a big slum, I can sit there and I can ask myself one question. When's the last time you genuinely made something just for the sake of making it and for yourself? And 9 times out of 10, I'll be like, oh man, it's been a minute, right? I'm like, it's been a minute. And right there, I'll be like, it's time to create. It's time to go create something. It's time to go have fun, you understand? It's time to be playful. And I ain't never seen nobody create something in that flow state and be stressed, having full of anxiety. No, You're in creation, you understand? You are nourishing yourself, you're having a great time, and it's a beautiful thing. So you don't know in hindsight, everything gonna be all right. You know, over here at the number one chill spot, we like to drink our tea. We like those daily reminders. We like to just give good energy, because good energy goes a long way. You know, I hope that when you click on a video and you leave, that you feel at least 10%, 20%, 50%, 90%, 100% better if you were way low. That's really all my intention is to share a quick vibe with you so you can carry that energy, get offline and live your life. You understand? And develop that inner chill, because you're so beautiful. Your essence is so amazing that the more you craft it, the more you understand your aura, man, people are gonna be like, they so cool, they so chill. I question if they're even human. And again, grab yourself a new tea set, sit there, drink tea. No TV, no phone, you know, just your reminders, your tea set, and have a little bit of a ceremony, right? See you soon.